Hey Dennis, happy retirement. I want you to know how much I've enjoyed working for you these past 9 years. I thought really from the beginning, from the moment that I was hired, that you've always really treated me not necessarily as an employee, but as a person, and just wanted to let you know how much I've appreciated that. You've always acknowledged my family and my husband, and you've been accommodating and flexible when I've needed it, and that has probably meant more to me than you've ever known. So thank you for being a great boss. And now that you're retired, if you need anyone to talk about hunting or sports, you know that I'm your person for that. So make sure you give me a call. I'm just kidding. Don't call me about those things, but you can call me about anything else. Don't be a stranger. I hope to continue to stay in touch with you. And it's been a pleasure working for you. Have a great retirement.
Okay, Dennis, congratulations on retirement. I can't thank you enough for when I moved back to the community after being gone a mere 56 years, for making me feel very welcome. There's no wonder that the Chamber and the Alliance and everything came together, and the collaboration and the community continues to thrive, and your organization thrives. You're a huge part in your leadership. Thank you again, and enjoy retirement.
Hello, Dennis, and congratulations on your retirement from the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance. It's certainly a remarkable accomplishment, and you've done great things from building an organization from its grassroots to where we are today. Just in the effort in serving on the committee to try to replace you reminded us of your immense value. And also congratulations on all your service to the city of Fort Dodge over the years. I first got to know you well way back when I was on the city council, when we were trying to make big and sometimes difficult changes. All of that effort is well worth it, in that I got to strike up a friendship with you. But I'd like to turn my remarks today just for a little bit to something else, because as remarkable and great as you have been as a professional, I'm more impressed by you as a father. We share the fact that we have adult disabled children that live in our homes. So I know a bit more than some what that's about, as do you. And I've always thought you've handled that circumstance in the greatest of ways. You always treat it like a positive. You're a great example to others in that regard. And being a great dad isn't always easy, but you sure make it look easy. So I envy you. I respect you greatly. I wish you all the best, great happiness, great health in the years ahead. And as hard as this is to say, go State.
Oh, Dennis, where do I begin? Seems like a lifetime ago. I guess it kind of was. 35 years anyway. We both were 1 year into our marriage. Neither of us had any kids. I remember when Aaron was born, we printed out that great big banner on the big dot matrix printer and data processing for you, and strung it across your office door. Now we've both raised our families, and you're retiring. I never thought you'd retire before me, but here we are. A lot of things have sure changed since we started working together. Remember the rotodial phone? You couldn't stand waiting for that little dial to come back around. Oh, I guess I wasn't here for that one. But rumor has it, you used to get so mad waiting for that thing to come around. You'd start yelling at the phone, slamming it down. So what'd you do? You got the first touch-tone phone in City Hall. Woo, did you jiggle some people up? But pretty soon it caught on, and now look at us, we all have them. Then there was the beige out, like white out, but only beige, because we had the beige letterhead. It went nicely with the carbon paper sets, just in case you wanted a copy of your letter. And remember our first computer? We had to put it in a common area so everybody could use it. Seriously, I was the only one who could even turn it on. Anyway, we definitely have been through a lot together. Who could forget the perm years? Every 4 weeks we'd go in for our perms. And then there were my 3 pregnancies. Yeah, sorry about that one time, and thanks again for not firing me. It was the postpartum hormones, I'm pretty sure of it. I mean, I can't think of any other reason I would get so angry at you. But I appreciate you recognizing it for what it was and keeping me on. Remember that time you called me during staff meeting when I was in labor? I mean, who does that? And I said, I need to go, the doctor wants me to push, and everyone kept talking. And finally the nurse took the phone from me and said, she's done. Hung up the phone. Oh, the memories. It was like you were all right there in the room with me. Anywho, we've shared a lot of Diet Coke through the years. Mostly mine, that you stole from my personal stock out of my office. That's water over the bridge. I'm not going to rehash that again. I think my very favorite story about you is when you got mad one day and you decided to resign. I'm pretty sure that was BB and BV before Beth and before Vicky. It was definitely before me. You wrote up this nice letter of resignation and gave it to Irene. She was supposed to type it up and hand it into personnel. She waited a day and didn't hear anything. 2 days, nothing. 4 days, a week, 2 weeks, still nothing. You were starting to think nobody really cared if you quit. Then you found out dear old sweet Irene had typed your letter and put it in her own desk drawer. Who'd have thought? She knew you were destined to stay here. And we're all so thankful that she hid that letter in her desk that day. Fort Dodge certainly wouldn't be what it is today had she turned that letter in. Our community is so much better off since she didn't turn that letter in, and because of the work that you've done here. I also wouldn't be what I am today had she turned that letter in. You've taught me so much through the years I've worked with you, but mostly patience. There are a few other things that stand out. Number 1, don't share the TIF cash flow with anyone, ever. Number 2, when you don't want to take a phone call, it's much more believable if you make up a really long story for your secretary to tell the caller. Although sometimes she gets it all mixed up with the details because it's too long. Number 3, when it's 10 a.m. and he's got the newspaper, just let him go. Number 4, it doesn't cost nothing to pay attention. That's a good one for everyone. But seriously, Dennis, from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for always believing in me and for supporting me both professionally and personally. I certainly wouldn't be where I am today without your mentoring and guidance. Enjoy your retirement and always remember the importance of keeping Beth happy. She will be in charge of wiping the drool from your chin someday.
Hey Dennis, I just want to take a moment here to extend a short message to you and extend my thanks and gratitude for all the time you've given to the community of Fort Dodge and the surrounding area, for the time you spent with the city, and then the last 10 plus years with the Growth Alliance here. You've been a tremendous asset here to the community of Fort Dodge, and I just really want to say thank you very much for all you've done for us and for the region. And then personally, it's been really great over the last few years having the opportunity to kind of work with you more in a one-on-one capacity, really enjoy our sit-downs and one-on-ones, and just kind of sharing ideas and kind of you sharing some of that knowledge that you've collected over the years here with economic development. I've learned a ton just in talking with you and visiting with you, and then being able to be involved with the Growth Alliance through the board and things like that. So I wish you all the best in your retirement and many, many years of happy and years to come. So Dennis, thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Hey, Dennis, congratulations on your retirement and on the impact that you've had on this region throughout your entire career. As you know, I moved back to town about 9 years ago, and pretty much from that time forward, you took me under your wing to introduce me to a lot of different organizations and people, and those created a lot of great learning experiences for me. So I can't thank you enough for taking that time to invest in me as a friend and as a mentor. And so I know you're going to have more free time on your hands now, but you can always think of me if you need a +1 for any more Iowa State games, or to go hunting, or to go on fishing trips. So keep that in mind. Thanks for everything you've done, and good luck in retirement.
Dennis, We just wanted to take a moment to thank you on behalf of Unity Point Health Fort Dodge and our team here for all the work that you've done in our community as your service through the Growth Alliance. Also wanted to acknowledge the ways that you have supported us as being a board member and contributing to the betterment of Unity Point Health Fort Dodge. We could not have done the great strides we've made without you. We just are really grateful for your service. We're grateful for the impact you've made on the community, and we wish you all the best in your retirement as you go forward and get to enjoy some of the things that you love. So on behalf of Unity Point Health Fort Dodge, we want to tell you thank you.
Denny Plotz, the ageless wonder, is finally retiring. Congratulations, Denny, for all you've done. Congratulations in your retirement. Congratulations for all the work you've done for our community, the region, and the state. I have truly appreciated being your friend, working with you over the last 30 years. I wish you the very best in retirement, and congratulations.
Our spin team here in Fort Dodge sincerely thanks you for your unwavering dedication in promoting every day as a Greater Fort Dodge. Since you took the helm at the Greater Fort Dodge Growth Alliance, our community has made impressive strides in planning for the future of our region.
Supporting and developing programs like the Leadership Fort Dodge assist in promoting insights and inspiring leadership in our community, businesses, and region.
Working closely with our businesses to promote workforce availability, growing existing ventures, and attract new opportunities to our region.
Promoting a better quality of life in our area for families with young children like mine.
Developing high-quality healthcare services for parents like mine to stay at home and continue to live in the community they love.
Promoting education for all ages, including K-12 and college opportunities, which has enabled me to also have an internship that provides hands-on experience.
Thank you, Dennis, for promoting and deeply caring for our community and paving the way for substantial progress and growth in our region.
So, Ann, did you hear that Dennis Plotz is retiring?
Really?
Yes, after all these years.
Oh my gosh.
Can you believe it?
No.
No. I wonder what he's going to do.
We still need him, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do when he's retired?
No, fish. Does he fish?
I know he hunts.
Oh, hunts.
Yeah. So he'll be spending a lot of time hunting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
Probably spending time with his family.
Yes.
With Beth.
Yes.
Yes. Hopefully the two of them don't drive each other nuts like maybe other spouses might.
Yeah, hope not.
Should we wish him luck?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis.
Good luck.
Good
Hope you
luck,
do well.
Dennis. Enjoy retirement.
Yes, enjoy it. Bye.
Bye.
Dennis, congratulations on your upcoming retirement. Well deserved. We go back a long ways. I'm thinking back into the 70s when you purchased that gold Plymouth or Dodge station wagon from us, and we've been down a lot of paths after that. So you've done a great job for Fort Dodge when you worked for the city. Now with the Growth Alliance, the county, the state, the city, we're all going to miss you, and congratulations on a well-deserved retirement, and best wishes on this next chapter in your life. Congratulations.
Hi, Dennis. I want to congratulate you on your retirement, but more importantly, congratulate you and thank you for your leadership with the Fort Dodge Fort Dodge Growth Alliance. When this whole idea occurred over 10, 11 years ago about merging the organizations together, there was a lot of question marks, but because of your leadership, you made it happen. It's been a very, very successful venture. I hope you feel good about the leadership you provided in that effort, especially your ability to get people to work together and organizations to collaborate. That was a huge accomplishment, without a doubt, and a big reason for the success that we've seen in our community over the last 10 years. It's hard to believe how fast time has flied. I really appreciated the opportunity that you offered us with the Fort Dodge Community Foundation and United Way to become a member here, a partner in the building, and a partner with your organization to help make our community a better place to live, work, play, and raise our families. And on a personal note, I want to thank you for your friendship and your willingness to work with us in such a positive and easy and really convenient manner for all of us. It was really made my job very easy, and really appreciated your friendship. Best wishes to you in your retirement.
Larry Bushman here. Dennis, I want you to know how appreciative I am to have known you as a business partner and most importantly, as a close friend. I sincerely wish you good health to you and your family in your years of retirement. Please enjoy retirement. You certainly deserve it.
Hi, Dennis. I met you in 1979 or 1980 as I came back to Fort Dodge in June of '78 after graduating from Iowa State. My mentor, Jerry McTeague, was on the old state bank board and told me to call on you because he'd heard nice things about you at City Hall. Over the years, we've spent many hours in your current office as well as the old City Hall office, talking business, rehashing Cyclone football and basketball games, players and teams, as well as other guy things. You have been a great friend, client, and fellow Cyclone. I've always admired your encyclopedia of events, numbers, activities, and many other things about Fort Dodge that you stored in your head. I remember going on a bus tour of Fort Dodge several years ago, and you spoke for 2 hours plus about our city with no notes. That, my friend, is a gift that no one will ever replicate. Your last day, September 1st, is my birthday, so I look forward to toasting a cold beer with a glass of Chardonnay on your final day. I wish you and Beth a happy, healthy retirement, and now maybe I can get you to go to Okoboji next summer with me for more fun times and laughs, as well as a ride on your side-by-side at the ATV park that you've promised me forever. Congratulations on 48 years of service to Fort Dodge and Webster County. Cheers, buddy.
Mr. Former Chairman, congratulations on your coming retirement. I think it's important before we get into actual Growth Alliance, a couple things that people may not be as aware of your involvement and your contribution to our community that has happened outside of the Growth Alliance. And I'm going to take it back all the way to around the beginning of 2000, 2001, when you served on the Trinity Regional Medical Center Board for probably 12 years, maybe more than that. And your involvement and leadership at that time, along with others, brought many changes and improvements for the health and the better of our community here. Namely, things like the Paula J. Baber Hospice Home, the regional affiliates of the other hospitals, of collaborating with them and supporting them, the recruitment of physicians into all the different specialties. You were part of bringing heart care to Fort Dodge with what is now the Iowa Heart Center, and very well respected, saved many lives. You were also part of the building of the outpatient surgery center, the Atrium Tower, and the 20-year quest to bring comprehensive cancer care with radiation therapy to Fort Dodge, which was a tough thing to do. And so now we have cancer care and a cancer center where people can have their care here. So I think it's important for people to know that your contributions go way back in a lot of different ways, and I'm very grateful to have served with you and your leadership, and as you were board chair at Trinity. Fort Dodge Betterment Foundation is the next thing that you and I have been involved in, and your leadership in the most recent years has been the land purchases for the Corridor of Commerce for Coles, and the Iowa Crossroads for Global Innovation, or as most of us call it, simply the Ag Park. But that was a lot of important stuff. And then most recently, the Williams Bend, Williams Ridge purchase for housing and workforce housing. As the leader of the Growth Alliance from its inception, you have brought together many entities, many people in a lot of different ways, working together, collaborating together, which has been, one of your favorite terms, to bring many positive changes to Fort Dodge in this region, in both economic development, housing development, lifestyle development, education, workforce training, leadership development. With the leadership programs you've assembled a great staff and have led a great staff, and have brought people, the city, the county, the state, the private sector, volunteers, and have shown that everything matters and everybody does matters. I think that's one of the real talents that you have, is that no matter who you are or what you do and what your role is to Dennis Plautz, you matter. And your contributions are respected and appreciated. I would just like to say, I picked up the sign. I don't know who it's attributed to, but I got this from the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, and I think it speaks volumes of the type of person that you are, and how you inspire people. And it says, "There is no limit to what a man can do or where he can go if he doesn't mind who gets the credit." And I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done and been, and how you have inspired not just me, but many people. Our community is full of great people doing great things, and for me, you have been at the center of that for a long time. So I wish you well in your next adventures, you and the Intimidator, and know you will continue to do more and different great things.
Dennis, thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn and grow. You have been a great mentor and been able to temper my reactions, well, at least to a certain point. There have been a lot of memories over 11 and a half years, but 3 memories that distinctly stick out. 1, looking for your phone in Chicago. Secondly, you teaching me the direction of Market Street in Gallery. And thirdly, your unfortunate timing to use the facilities in China. There have also been a lot of things I've learned over the last 11 and a half years, but there are a few that also distinctly stick out. 1, hunting. Anything hunting. Secondly, on a road trip, we cannot pass up Cabela's or Bass Pro Shop. And thirdly, if you have the iPad or a newspaper in your hand, don't expect to see you for at least another half an hour. Have you not only been a boss to me, but you also shared your family, and I appreciate that more than you can imagine for me coming by myself to Fort Dodge. Also, thank you for being my boss, my mentor, a leader, and most importantly, my friend. Happy retirement. Thanks, Dennis.
I've had the pleasure of working with Dennis Plautz for over 35 years. First at City Hall and later at the Chamber of Commerce and the Economic Development Group. In the early years, we traveled together quite a bit. I'm not a hunter or a fisherman, but I know every gun shop within a 500-mile radius of Fort Dodge. There's been a great deal of change in our community in that time, and virtually every good thing that's happened to us has Dennis's fingerprints all over it. Congratulations, and thank you for your service to our community. I hope you and Beth have a well-earned retirement.
Hi, Dennis. Congratulations on your 48 years of public service. That's quite an achievement. Dennis, I know you'll remember this story, but it's a good story, and I reflect on the advice and the words of wisdom that you gave to me at that time. But it goes way back 23 years ago. Nevin Mulholland and I were coaching this baseball team on a Sunday afternoon at a tournament in Pocahontas. And of course we got beat, and Nevin and I and the kids go to this aquatic center in Pocahontas. And we're complaining about why don't we have an aquatic center in Fort Dodge, and why do we have to play baseball on Sunday afternoons? and so forth. And who plops down next to Nevin and I but you? And of course, we're complaining. And I remember the words that you said were, government doesn't have the answers, it starts with the private sector. And I mean, and shortly thereafter, I went to Todd Redenius, who was then at the YMCA, who later became the Parks and Rec director, and that was the beginning of the first revitalization of the Harlan Rogers Park. And then Nevin went on to help me not only with that, but the Aquatic Center. That was the origin of the Aquatic Center as well. So thanks to your words, things do work from the private sector. And also, I think about Florida Rosedale. That started in the private sector. And then the second revitalization now with the Iowa Central and the turf project at Harlan Rogers as well. So again, thank you, Dennis. Hope you enjoy your retirement and congratulations.
Congratulations on your retirement, Dennis. It has been such a pleasure to work with you through all of these years. But as one looks back on their career, I would imagine that one of the most important things that you can say is that you made a difference in your community. Dennis, you have definitely made a difference in the community of Fort Dodge. It's been a better place to live because of you. And for the time and the energy that it took to do that, I applaud you and want to tell you how much I appreciate all of those efforts. As you start your retirement, I wish you many, many trips, trips to places, doing activities that you love to do, as well as with the people that you love most. Happy retirement, and we will miss you being around the office.
Dennis, congratulations on your upcoming retirement. We're genuinely happy and excited for you and Beth. We want to thank you for all you've done for our community and North Central Iowa. Your vision and community building has really helped people and businesses in our areas. Also, thank you for all you've done with the Messenger. We appreciate your patience, your honesty, your transparency. You've been a great partner with us for years and years, and we thank you. And to that,
thank you, Dennis!
Hey Dennis, happy retirement.
Remember, you can't kill him on the couch. Thanks for all the pointers.